Be a touchback. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Taking a shot on the first play. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. That is what we call in the industry a rather inauspicious start.
No doubt, Reese. And just the... and his receiver not on the same page on that throw. You're trying to come out in the game. You're trying to set the tone. That is not how this offense envisioned this game opening up.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Using his legs, it's Durham. Ripping through the defense. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They're going to ride this running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And it's up and no good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. starts a drive trying to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Williams.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll leave it with him. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Running back searching for a hole. What a play behind the line. It'll be an 8-yard loss.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They punted away on 4th down. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They give it to him again. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Oh, he's got some space. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Gonna run it. It's Durham. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Might as well stick with him. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Maybe a little long for a field goal. Definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Finds the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Hand off from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. The give is to Miller. And they pick up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. With the catch, it's Miller. There to make the stop, but they used it back in the passing game and pick up the 1st down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get in the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
To throw, it's Simpson. Pocket breaking down. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Absolutely perfect. The lead is down to a field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Gonna run it. It's Durham. Crosses to 40. Turns it on in midfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. He's going to fire deep. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. They're setting up the screen. Can't get him to the ground. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Shoots it to the left. Makes a catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Catch in the middle, it's Hill. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
To the air on 2nd down. A strike downfield. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that, too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots. Count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Caught over the middle. It's Cuevas. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Grabbed in the middle. It's Miller. Inside the 30. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Wide open spaces. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
With this situation in the game trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking for space to the left. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game.
Alabama.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit.
On the field goal.
He splits the uprights. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Runs through the tackle.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of